Oh my god, that's intense. Wow. Oh, that's really pretty, but that's really intense. I'm just going to go over with my finger, trying to tone it down just a little bit. Alright everyone, so let's get started. Now for today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this right here. So I'm so excited because Kaleidos sent me their highlights, and their highlights are just beautiful. Inside looks like this. This packaging is just amazing. I'm going to be showing you swatches just to show you how amazing each of these highlights are. Each of these highlights are very, very different and unique, and that's what I really appreciate about Kaleidos makeup, is that all their makeup are very, very unique. And today I'm especially excited about this one right here. This is the new gifted highlight. The one they launched before this one is the Prophecy one, and the Prophecy one I do really love. It's kind of a really pretty pink yellow type of duochrome, almost holographic highlight, and I did not swatch this one yet. I think that this one is a little bit more cool tone and it has more blue. So I'm just going to start. Of course, I'm going to be starting with this one right here. I'm just too excited. And can we just take a moment to appreciate Kaleidos packaging? These packaging are beautiful. So it's not as blue as I thought it would be. It does have a really pretty pink blue shift. In certain lights, you also have kind of a green yellowish tint. These highlights are so interesting. I'm going to try my best to like capture the shiftiness of these highlights. So the Prophecy highlight is definitely more yellow and the gifted one is more blue. They're so pretty. These are so freaking intense. But what's really practical with these highlights is that because they're so different, they're so colorful and they're so intense, you can actually use them as highlights, or you can also use them kind of like eyeshadows. So I do often like to take these highlights and place them all over the lids, or you can also use this as a eyeshadow topper. So you could just place a little bit of these highlights in the center of the lid just to give a little pop and a little punch. So let's get started with the makeup. I'm so freaking excited about today's makeup look. So today's makeup look, I drew a face chart, and I feel like that's the kind of makeup look that's either going to flop or work. And I'm kind of scared because I feel like it's probably going to flop because it's a really weird graphic liner look, and I never really do these kind of looks. We'll see where it goes. So I already moisturized my skin. I prepped my skin using the Fenty Hydra Visor. And now for my lids, I'm going to be priming using the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. Now let me pull you in a little bit closer. Hi there, how are you? And I'm going to be placing that all over my lid. And I'm always very generous whenever applying my primer because I never really know where the makeup is going to go. So I want to make sure that the whole lid area is uniform and well primed. And I'm also going to take some on my under eyes because we never know. So I'm going to take a JH40 brush, which is a very small compact blending brush. And I'm going to go into the Red Dragon Odin's Eye palette. And I'll be taking the shade called Serene, which is a very light, peachy, warm shade, and I'm going to be using that as a transition shade, and I'm also going to be using that to sketch out where I want the shape of this eyeshadow to be. So I'm going to be starting by placing that in my crease right here on the outer corner. Oh my god, this shade is so pigmented. And I'm going to wing this shade out, and I'm going to start and drag that towards the center of my crease, and also a little bit in my inner corners. And then I'm also going to take that shade on my lash line, and I'm going to create a very elongated smoky liner. So I'm just doing circular motions and buffing that on my lash line, and slowly I'm going to start and bring this towards my outer corner. And I'm just taking my time and building the shape up. So for now, we're just creating a really smoky outer corner, but very pointed, and I'm not really filling the outer corner. I'm kind of keeping a V shape right here on the outer corner. I don't want to put any eyeshadow there, so I'm kind of just creating two lines going outwards. And also I just want to take some time and thank you for your support. I'm starting 2022. Like, I know I don't really talk much about me and my personal life, but I really want to start 2022 with an objective in my mind. I really want to make makeup be my full-time job. I think I realized this recently. Like, I studied for quite some time to have a job in a specific field, which is not makeup. And I'm kind of realizing that I don't really like it. And I have so much passion towards makeup. So I don't know why I never pursued, you know what I mean? So I really want to go into 2022 with all my energy towards makeup. And I really want to connect with you even more. So I really want to have your feedback. So I want to take this opportunity to ask you what you enjoy about my channel and maybe also what you would want to see more on my channel. I know I've been doing a lot of like editorial makeup looks. I've been doing a lot of tutorials. And I've been really enjoying it because I can be as creative as I want and you seem to enjoy the content. But let me know in the comments below if you want to see like more neutral looks, if you want to see more reviews, if you want to see favorites. Let me know what you would like to see on the channel. I'm all ears. But yeah, so let's continue the blending. So next what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a JH42 brush, which is a very small compact brush. I'm going to go in with that same light brown shade and I'm going to place that in my inner corners right here. And I think I'm actually going to take a angled brush and I'm going to extend my inner corners and create kind of a little point here. And I'm going to take that shade a little bit closer to my inner corners. And now with a fluffy brush, this is a small lavish blender brush, I'm going to grab just a tiny little bit of that shade. I'm going to dust off the excess and I'm going to buff that all over my lid. I want to have a really nice light wash of this shade. Alright, so here we go. So we pretty much have the shape we want to go for and now we just have to intensify it. So next I'm going to take the shade called Yin. It's a really deep brown reddish shade and I'm going to draw a really intense wing with this. So going from my outer corner, I'm going to line my lid and I'm going to drag that towards the end of the V. And I'm going to take my JH40 brush. I'm just going to go over that to blend and soften the lines. These shades are so pretty. And with my JH42 brush in the same shade, I'm going to place that right here in the very crease on the outer corner. And I'm going to drag that towards the end of the wing we just created, but it's not going to touch. And I'm also going to take a little bit towards the center of my crease, but it's going to stop right in the center. So I'm not going to take this in further towards my inner corners. And then with my fluffy brush, I'm just going to go over all of that. Make sure everything is nicely blended. I'm going to take a little bit more of that transition shade and go over everything also. I really want this makeup look to be seamless and extra blended. I feel like I went a little bit too low with that shade in my crease. So with a Q-tip, I'm just going to try and remove a little bit of that shade right here. Yeah, that's better. That already made a difference. And then I'm going to take that same shade and intensify my line in my inner corners. And I'm going to go again over everything with a fluffy brush. Make sure everything is super blended. And to deepen everything out even more, I'm going to go in the shade called Fire with my angled brush. And I'm going to place that in the very center of everything we just created. For example, I'm placing that in the very, very center of my wing. I don't want this shade to go overboard. I just want to use it to deepen certain areas. Okay, now this step I was kind of hesitating to do, but I think I'm going to do it. So I'm going to use my Pat McGrath Mega Mothership palette, and I'm going to be taking this shimmer shade right here, which is a very pretty golden warm brown shade. I'm going to start applying this shade with a kind of fluffy compact brush. I'm going to start and very lightly pack this in the center. Oh yeah, that's going to be pretty. Ooh, that's going to be really pretty. And I'm really packing this in the very center, so I'm not going to take it too far on the outer corner or my inner corners. I just want to put some more like dimension and texture to the look. And with my fluffy brush, I'm going to go over everything just to blend this shade out. And I think I'm going to use another shade just to give some more pop. I'm going to use this one right here, which is a light golden shade. And with the same brush, I'm just going to place this in the very, very center of my lid. Again, just to give more texture to the look. And then with my JH42 brush, I'm just going to go back in with that deep brown shade and re-intensify some areas. So now is the scary part. I'm very scared about what I'm going to do next, because this is going to make the look or break the look. I'm going to be going into my NYX cream color palette, and with a very small, precise brush, I'm going to be going into the blue. What's going to happen, I'm going to take that line from my inner corners to about halfway on my lash line, and then I'm going to curve the line going into my crease, and it's going to follow the line in our upper crease. You'll see what I mean. So I'm stopping the line halfway in. I'm going to be working section by section just because I don't want the cream color to crease. So I'm going to intensify the line until I'm happy with the shape and the thickness. And then I'm going to be taking my Morphe 24A palette, and I'm going to use the bright blue from that palette, and I'm going to take that shade with a angled brush, and I'm going to dab that on top just to set it in place, and it's also going to make the shade more bright. Alright, so I'm going to go back in with my cream color from NYX, and I'm going to go over our line in the crease, so over our cut crease we just created, and I'm going to start the line right where we finished the one in our inner corners. Before I go any further, I just realized that I should definitely use this in the center of my lid. I feel like it's going to be so pretty. I don't know why I did not think of that before, but I'm going to be taking the Kaleidos Gifted Highlight with that same brush, that same flat brush, and I'm going to pack that right in the center of my lid. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's so pretty. Okay, I love that. So now we're doing the scary part. I might regret this, I might not like the end of this look, but you know, we gotta try, we gotta do it. So I'm taking the cream shade from NYX. I'm going to connect both lines, so the end of the line in our inner corners and our outer corner, and I'm going to create kind of a curve connecting both. So now I'm taking that shade, that blue shade, and I'm going to set that cream shade in place before it creases. I think I want the main focus of this look to be the graphic liner. So I think I'm going to tone down this wing we have on our outer corner. So I'm just taking a Q-tip and I'm going to like try to remove a little bit of that. All right, so here we have it. I'm obsessed with this look. It's really pretty. I'm just going to remove the fallout and I'm going to do some mascara. Should I do blue mascara? Let's do blue mascara. So this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara in blue, and I'm going to be very generous and apply this all over my lashes. So for my complexion today, I want something very natural, very glowy. So I'm going to be taking my Rare Beauty primer. This is the Illuminating primer. I'm going to take one pump of that. You really don't need a lot of this. And you know, I'm going to place that on my face. Massage this all over my face. For my complexion, I really want to use this. This is the Milk Makeup Flex Foundation in the shade Shell. This shade is a little bit too dark for me, but I make it work. So I'm going to take just a little bit around my face. I don't want too much of that, just because I just want a little bit of coverage, but nothing too crazy. And I'm going to take my Rare Beauty foundation brush and I'm just going to buff everything in. And for my concealer, I'm also going to be using the Milk Flex concealer, and this is in the shade Fair. I'm going to place that under my eye, and also where I do tend to have some redness. For my bronzer, I really want to have a very warm complexion, so I'm going to be taking my House Laboratories Heat Spell Bronzer and Highlight Duo, and I'm going to take the bronzer with a blush brush from Real Techniques. And you know, I'm going to bronze my skin up. So I'm going to place that on my temples, on the cheeks. For my blush, this makeup look calls for this right here. This is the It's Likely Makeup Fairy Blush Palette, and I'm going to go into the shade Sunstone, which is a really pretty coral shade. It's one of my favorite blushes. It's such a pretty shade, and it's really easy to apply. Like, you can't really go overboard with this. So I'm just placing that on the top of my cheeks. So I'm just going to fill in my brows really quickly using the Precisely My Brow pencil with the 24-hour brow setter. I'm just going to do my lower lash line really quickly. So I'm going to take that light peach shade with the JH40 brush, and I'm just going to blend that on my under eye. It doesn't have to be precise, I just want to have a little bit of warmth on my lower lash line. Alright, and then I'm also going to put in some blue liner in my waterline. This is the Yves Rocher Botanical Color Eye Pencil in the shade 9. And I'm also going to apply some of that blue mascara on my lower lash line, on my lower lashes. Alright, so now I'm just going to do my lips really quickly. I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Endless Cacao, and I'm going to line my lips with this. And then I'm going to be taking the Rare Beauty Matte Lip Cream in the shade Fearless, and I'm going to place that on the perimeter of my lips. And in the center, I'm going to be using the Kaleidos Pink Moon Loud Lab Lip Clay Lipstick. Alright, and now for the moment of truth. Let's apply the Space Age Gifted highlight from Kaleidos. I'm so excited to be trying this. And I'm just going to place that on the very high points of my cheeks. These are very pigmented, so be warned and apply little by little. Oh my god, that's intense. Wow. Oh, that's really pretty, but that's really intense. Okay, I'm just going to remove some of that from the brush, and I'm going to try and blend that out. I'm just going to go over with my finger, trying to tone it down just a little bit. This is absolutely beautiful. I love the shift. The shift is so pretty, and with this eye look, yeah, I'm very happy. Like, this makeup look right now, I'm obsessed. I kind of feel like a bat. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's the eyes. Probably the eyes. And overall, like, Kaleidos highlights, I'm always super impressed with. The colors are so diverse, so unique. For today's secret emoji, just to like stay in like the shiny theme, put the star in the comment section down below. Stars are shiny and the highlight is shiny, so why not? But yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. You can also subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos every single Mondays, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of the makeup Mondays. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. My lips are dry. Let me just put on some gloss. Okay, bonus to the video. This is the Raw Beauty Christie in Colourpop gloss, and this is in the shade Wildflower. Much better. All right, bye.